Hello everybody, welcome to WineActually TV, Malaysia's first wine TV, and I'm your host, Shaun Lee, and we taste wines. Before we start today, please leave comments. That's number one. Number two, follow us on Twitter if you're on Twitter. Yes, talk to us. And also like us on Facebook. You don't have to like me as a person, but please like WineActually.com. And the other thing I want to talk about, something really big at WineActually.tv, is 100 Wines, 100 Moments. This is well, I'm not going to lie, it is a marketing campaign. We are basically giving away 100 bottles of wines to 100 bloggers, and we don't ask anything in return, apart from maybe a picture of a moment. So the idea is that we want to build a collage of moments, your moments. And the reason why we thought of this idea is because it's a perfect fit with what we do at WineActually. We believe that wines are best when shared, and it brings people, when you bring people together and you get that warm, fuzzy feeling, that moment is priceless. And we want a picture of that. If you want to blog about us, fine, do it. If you don't, well, thank you very much. So do check it out at WineActually TV, 100 Wines, 100 Moments. If you're interested, if you're a blogger, fill up the form and we'll be in touch with you shortly. Now, the other thing is about the wine that we'll be tasting today. It's pretty good stuff. It's not yet available at WineActually.com. It's called the Monte Crianza. It's from Rioja. It's 2006. Careful there. No earthquakes there. It was it's the 2006 Crianza. There you go. And see, the thing about Riojas, it's quite interesting because in Spain, what the Ministry of Agriculture does is that they have got these officers checking on vineyards, because obviously it's a big industry. It's like how it's huge industry. It's huge. I'm sure wines do contribute quite a big proportion of their GDP. So they've got these regulatory bodies. For some Crianzas, the requirement is that the wine has got to be at least 2 years old. So if you see on the bottle, if it says Crianza, it would have been aged for a minimum of 6 months in wood, but you won't see the wine 2 years after the harvest. So say for example, if the grapes were harvested in 2008, the earliest you can get a Crianza is in 2010. But for Riojas, the requirement is a little bit more stringent. Rioja is a place, by the way, if you know where Madrid is, it's north of Madrid. And the thing about Rioja, they're a bit more stringent, where the wine has got to be at least 2 years old. So same thing, if the harvest was in 2008, you can only see the wines in shelves earliest 2010. But the difference is that it would have seen more oak than a normal Crianza from anywhere else in Spain. It would have seen at least 1 year of wood in that 2 years. Having said that, most producers, very often would exceed the minimum requirement. They set the standards pretty high. But we'll see. This is 2006. 2006. So I don't know. It doesn't quite say, and I don't read Spanish, so we'll find out how oaky this thing is. Ooh. Right. Color-wise, there are signs of aging. You can see it is not as purple, but I wouldn't say it's probably ruby. I don't know if you can see the edge here. That's how you normally tell if a wine has aged. With red wines, it tends to be lighter in color. Sometimes it's orangey. Sometimes it is, sometimes if it's very old, it can be, as it gets older, it gets lighter. So maybe from brown, it goes to orange. I'd say this is ruby in color, not very intense. And on the nose, this is really good stuff. There's strawberries in there. Alright. As I'm speaking here, Wilson's flagging away at the back because he's so proud of his choice. He actually got this wine. And yeah, you get strawberries. By the way, this wine is made from Tempranillo. Tempranillo is a grape variety. It's a Spanish grape variety. So like how you've got Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, this one's made from Tempranillo. And Tempranillo has got a very it ripens really early, so it tends to be more red fruit kind of taste. So with this wine, you get quite a bit of strawberries. So if you like strawberries, yeah, this is quite nice. The wood doesn't quite. It's not in your face, but it's there. You get a little bit of smoke. It's not as if it's a forest fire in there, but it's quite subtle and quite sweet. It's like sweet strawberries. I get a hint of raspberries. Yeah, I like how balanced it is on the nose itself. The alcohol. Sometimes there are some wines where all you smell is alcohol and very little fruit. This one's got the fruit. It's got a little bit of alcohol. You can tell the alcohol's there, but it's just nice. Let's taste some wine. One of the first things that I noticed about this wine is its acidity. It's quite sour. It would actually, I think this wine would go pretty well with a little bit with some Italian food like pasta. But it's got pretty good length. Like, yeah, I'd say a good 7 to 8 seconds. You get a little bit of the tobacco-y kind of smell. With tobacco, it's very difficult to explain what it smells like. You just have to smell it yourself. It's a bit like licorice. I cannot think of anything that tastes like licorice. If you do know of anything that smells or tastes like licorice, leave us a comment down there, I think, yeah. The strawberries do come through. Raspberries, very, very, it's almost negligible. It's more red fruits for sure. It's more red fruits. Oh, did I mention the price? It's not yet available for sale. We will put it up, and it retails for 92 ringgit. I'd actually give this wine probably a good 88 points. Actually, you know what? Towards the end, it's quite interesting because towards the end you get a little bit of ash. And this ash flavor is from its oak. So it's quite interesting. So maybe if you're a smoker, you might like this. Finally, lesson of the day. Lesson of the day. Oh, sorry, one other thing. Yeah, it goes well with steaks as well, I think. I think it'll go well with steaks, yeah. Finally, lesson of the day. Lesson of the day. I know. You know what? Lesson of the day is that wines are best when shared with family, friends, and some good food. I'm Shaun Lee, and I'm signing off from WineActually TV. See you next time.